Good early day to you all. It's around 10ish, and today is the 10:39 to be exact, the 9th day of December 2025. And if this message reaches out to you, this is my daily health tip for the We Ride for a Cure channel. Thank you all for whoever is subscribed to the channel. These messages are to keep you influenced and inspired to be your very best. I like to call it inspiration. And this is for edutainment purposes, education and entertainment purposes. All right. Let's get it going. Today, I want you to focus on whatever goal you want to accomplish just for today. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about down the line. Think about what you want to accomplish today. Today. If it's 5 things, I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write it down. My message today is stop worrying. That's my message to you. I'm going to share something, and this is a little personal, but I'm doing this to release what they call fear. I worry a lot. I'm self-employed, an artist of 37 years. For a very long time, I have done these beautiful things called art with my hands, feeding myself, clothing myself, and going through a lot of ish because I believe in my abilities. But I'm not surrounded by people who feel the same way. And that's a fear. And that will make you try to do things just to show people that you can match their energy. This is what men, when they are younger, try to impose on women to get their attention, to get a number, date, whatever. And that is just being young. But that's a sense of insecurity. When people get depressed, it feeds an energy that drains your life source. When people fear, it drains your life source. When you worry, it drains your life source. And that attracts demons, drugs, alcohol, and definitely the wrong people that don't need to be around your circle. So, my message for you all today: practice the art. Stop worrying. Put that in your mind. I am not going to worry about things that are not important, that don't help me. I am not going to worry about people that don't like me. I'm not going to worry about people that don't care whether or not I'm successful or failure. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to focus on loving me. I'm going to focus on making myself do better today. I'm going to make myself greater today than I was yesterday. If you were able to get up this morning, that's God's way of saying, whatever you didn't do the day before, you got a chance to do it today. If you were able to receive your blessing, please don't mess up your blessing. I personally felt like a loser after my divorce / separation, after nearly being homeless, after looking at my situation 10 years ago and didn't know what to do. And that's when my spirit came in and told me, you ain't dying. Get up, go to that shop, even though you don't want to be here, and produce history called art. And you paint and paint and paint and you work on your brand, and you work on your show, and you work on those videos, even though you're not getting as many people watching you like you want. And don't worry about if you're making money off of YouTube or Facebook. You work on you. And then, out of the blue, a man by the name of Andre Taylor, his video pops up about the importance of valuing yourself. And then Les Brown came into the picture saying, hey, even a clock is wrong twice a day. It's right twice a day. And all of these different influences came about, and each and every one of them had the same message. Stop worrying. Why are you worried? I had cancer. I was almost homeless. I lived for 3.5 weeks in my store after me and my wife separated. This ain't no shade or shame. I'm just telling you what it is. I listen to people talk about you're not on their level. You're not this, you're not this. And Andre Taylor said something, and I'm using this, and I hope that it gives somebody power. Don't let somebody tell your story. You tell it. So here it goes. I was married for 7 years to the woman that I dreamed about when I was 11 years old. And that dream, and every description of that dream came true. Even the dog that I had was in that dream. And a friend of mine who's no longer here was in that dream. And how I knew that dream was actually me looking in my future is because of what that woman who I married said in that dream. And when I heard that, literally 2 years before we got married, I knew that this was the woman that I was supposed to marry. Seven years later, I'm walking out of that house into my store with that same friend that helped me move into the house, helped me move out of that house. And for 3 weeks, thinking I was about to make one of the biggest moves in my life, I'm in a hospital the day I was supposed to start my life over again. And for 6 years, I tried. And it just kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it bothered me. I remember the day that I almost died in the hospital. This is hospital visit number 3. I'm battling something that I thought I was winning. And that person comes into that hospital and broke my heart again. And 2 days later, I wake up, tubes all in me. I'm 40 pounds underweight. They had to take out a portion of my colon, my appendix. I'm back at stage 1 again. I'm in the most depressed state ever. And I learned a lot about people. I'm saying this because I hope I get attention, and I know that's a little bit selfish. I lived in my sister's house for 6 years. And I remember telling my sister Tiffany, and if she sees this video, she remembers it. I'm laying on a bed. A nurse and my sister had to wipe me because I was too weak to wipe down myself. I watched a stranger clean me up, and my sister clean me up. Tam, if you ever see this video, I remember that. But what I remember the most was that I'm 40 pounds underweight with a bag on my side. a philosophy bag. And I had to sit there and tell my sister Tiffany, why won't he just let me go? This is the lowest point in my life. As hard as I worked, as hard as I have worked as an airbrush artist, as I try to be a righteous man, I've helped people. I have tried to be a good dude. And now I'm sitting here in my sister's apartment on a bed that they gave me because I don't have any place to go. I ain't broke, but I'm broken down. And I'm still here. For some reason, I didn't die. I got through it. 6.5 years later, they finally confirmed the last surgery. Reconstruct my colon after COVID, after everything. But the words that I got from certain people and how they felt about me showed me that you have to be careful about who you surround yourself with. It turned me into a really evil dude to people that didn't deserve it. But going through this will bring out a lot of demons. So if you're experiencing this moment where you're depressed and you worried because you can't get that girl, you can't get that job, you can't get that money, you ain't getting the business, things ain't going right for you, stop worrying. Focus on what you can focus on right now. What you need to not do is worry about what you cannot do and focus on what you can do right now. Start telling yourself, we are going to get through this in the mirror because I love you enough to push you to get through it. She don't like you. She think you full of shit. She trying to hurt your feelings. They saying that you ain't this. They hurting your feelings. Get through it. I'm not a failure because I wanted to be a failure. I failed because I tried to succeed. And women can be brutal with that mouth. Look at yourself. If she tell you you ain't shit, you need to look at yourself and say, no, I am the shit. You just don't recognize it yet. Because one day, that same person that hurt you will be the same person apologizing when you get yourself together. And you can do it. I went through it. I got through it. And I'm continuing to get through it. So that's my word today. 13 minutes. 14 minutes now. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. Let's get it.